Hey guys, Nate here with the Volunteer Tech Vlog on the Live Sound 101 YouTube channel. This is just going to be a quick little vlog video about what I'm doing today on Father's Day, since it's a break from the usual type of videos I create. I'm going to the MIT Flea. So MIT has this flea market that meets once a month on the third Sunday of every month in the summer. I think it's from like April to September or something along those lines. And it started out about 100 years ago, actually, with MIT had a ham radio club. So the guys and girls and operators would meet once a year, or I think not once a year, but I don't know how frequently they started, but they would get together for a swap fest, and they'd bring their radio parts, transmitters, receivers. I don't even know all the different things. I'm not really a big ham radio person, but I'm definitely curious and learning more about tech and kind of where some of that stuff came from. So all the different types of components and gadgets and electronics and scopes and you name it, I'm sure it's there. So it's just this swap fest that has kind of turned into, more than just, from what I understand, like ham radio gear, and it's kind of like just general tech and nerdery, if you will. At least that's kind of like the impression I have of it. I've never been, and so my dad and I have talked about going to the MIT Flea for like a couple years now. We're like, oh yeah, we should go check that out. We live here near Boston. A great place to live if you want to work in the tech sector. Lots of tech companies, lots of medical device companies. And there's like a lot of opportunity with all the great colleges and universities in the area that they have all these events and stuff like that. So anyway, we're kind of taking advantage of where we are geographically, at least today, and we're going to check out the MIT Flea and see what we've got in store there for today. But I will say this on the live sound front, just in terms of giving a report of how things are going at the church. We've had a major failure of some component, which we believe to be, again, the Behringers. So we've got this crazy noise that is coming through the system. And you know what? I'll probably have to make another video. I've got a couple clips of the noise and different things that is happening with the system that Josh took and sent to me. So maybe I'll make a video for that and another video for that. Not in this video, since this is MIT Flea, but I did want to mention we're having some major issues. So we've switched over from our digital software audio console system that uses the Behringer analog to digital converters, and I think there's like a transformer, capacitor, something inside those boxes is failing. It sounds to me like it's a lot worse than a word clock error. Like, that was the one thing I was thinking, oh, maybe something happened with our word clock and our time code isn't jiving, but that's usually a couple like pops and clicks. That's not like this crazy harsh distortion where it's like nothing's even connected to these boxes, and they're metering, they're like across the board, channels 1 through 32, we're like measuring like peak levels clipping out. So there's some sort of crazy noise getting into the signal path inside those boxes. So we've switched completely over to our backup system, which is all analog. So we've got a 24 channel analog mixer. We've got that hooked up. Oh, a little baby bunny over there just hopped across the driveway. All I can see is like two little ears poking up out of the grass. But anyway, we switched over to our digital system, and yeah, we're oh, and a hummingbird. Holy cow! This is like nature morning over here. There's like a hummingbird zipping around over there. Don't see those very often. Oh, my neighbor just pulled in too. Oh, this is turning into quite the adventurous vlog videos. I'm sitting here in my driveway. Anyway, back on track. Yeah, we've had a major failure of the system. Josh spent about 3 to 4 hours just unplugging the snake, plugging it into the what's it called? The Mackie 24 channel mixer. So we're not going to have remote control functionality to mix down on the floor, to mix and overflow remotely. That's going to be a bit of a challenge, but we will be able to at least set up a couple mixes, one for monitor, one for front of house, and then we'll distribute the front of house mix to overflow to broadcast and in your monitor. Just just to give us something to work with. It's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be ideal, but temporary until we get the Behringers sorted out. And I'm gonna, in the meantime, I'm gonna go grab the Behringers, bring them home, put them up on my test bench, and see if I can replicate the problem at home. Because what I'm not sure if there's some sort of crazy on our electrical circuit at the church. We don't have a dedicated branch circuit for our audio-visual systems. There's I know for a fact there's other things feeding in. So what I'm trying to figure out is if possibly the electrical system at the church has some noisy devices or components or motors or something that's somehow getting into our audio signal path, and then the Behringers just happen to handle the mic level signal. Mic level is very, very low. It's like 0.001 volts. It's in that ballpark. So we've got a very low level mic signal. We could potentially have other signals leaking in somehow. Don't know exactly how. Maybe through poor grounding or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to bring those Behringers home that are, seeming to be problematic, put them up on my test bench and see if I can replicate the problem at home, and then we'll go from there. And I've heard of people having problems with these Behringer ADA 8000s and ADA 8200s, but I haven't heard anybody document in detail the thing. Like, what we're experiencing is like a hardcore failure, which seems to be a lot more than just a word clock glitch here and there. This seems to be like a major thing, but it could have been that the master clock source wasn't turned on first and the other one's turned on. Who knows? Maybe the power sequencing got messed up. But anyway, that's a little recap for what's going on with the system right now. And I won't be there today. I'm skipping out. We're going to head over to the MIT Flea for our special Father's Day outing. So if you've been to the MIT Flea, I would like to hear from you. What do you think about it? What do you look for when you go? I don't even know what to expect. I'm going with like kind of no expectations, just that it's kind of like a cool, fun, different thing to do, and we'll probably see some cool technology, and maybe I'll leave today wanting to be a ham radio operator. So who knows? As if I have time for another hobby, but that would be cool. So anyway, my name is Nate. This is the Volunteer Tech Vlog. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will talk to you in the next video.